All right. Hi, I'm Steph,
Hi, I'm Katie.
and we are super, super excited to have the author of Jace, Sasha Summers, joining us for our book club.
Hi.
Hi. We just thought we'd start with you giving us the elevator pitch for Jace for anyone who hasn't picked it up for our book club yet.
Definitely. Okay, so Jace Black is this oil-filled roughneck who gets entered in a reality TV show, wins big, and ends up singing a duet with kind of country royalty and bad girl Crystal King. So sparks kind of fly, and a whole bunch of awesome kind of secret stuff comes out, and you kind of have to see if the relationship's going to make it.
I like that you did
Yeah.
bad girl.
Right.
She's really not. You know,
No.
she's not, but she likes to act that way.
The world thinks of her.
Yes.
So there's really great music industry elements. What kind of research did you have to do to get those behind the scenes looks?
Well, I love Taylor Swift. So I kind of had stalked her because I kind of envisioned that was the look of the twins, you know, that kind of blonde glitz, just total wow, right? So she's got an amazing documentary called Miss Americana. Watched that several times. Just watched a lot of concerts, behind the scenes stuff. You know, the remake of A Star is Born had a lot of good stuff. And I'm in Texas, so country music is kind of like football. It's just what it is. So it's not too hard to, you know, find information that way.
So we are all about tropes over here. So we thought we'd ask, what are your favorite tropes to read and what are your favorite tropes to write?
Okay, so I love forbidden love. You know, like they can't for some reason ever get together. I don't know why. That's just soft spot. And I do like enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
But yes, but right now I don't know if it's just the tone overall, but I'm definitely enjoying just kind of the sweet friends to lovers too. You know what I mean? I don't know, as long as there's a really great happy ending, I'm reading it right now, you know?
Yeah.
Is that the same for what you want to write?
I have a hard time, I don't know if I can say this, but most of my characters have sex. So it's kind of hard for me to write sweet. I mean, I don't like set out with it in mind at all. I remember like, okay, this is where it's going to happen. I know this sounds weird, but I let my characters kind of take me there naturally. So if they're not going to, they're not going to, but they always seem to. So I guess I'm not really meant for the sweet genre. That's okay. That's okay.
That's fair.
I'm okay with that. So what books would you say are, if you like this book, you'll like Jace?
Oh gosh.
Or authors.
Right. So I was going to say, Jodie Thomas, just because she has that kind of familial vibe, you know, she was awesome and blurb the cover. I was like, oh. Carolyn Brown, I think. I like to think that the characters are really rich. So I always think of like Susan Mallory or Susan Wiggs and Robin Carr. So because there's a little bit of humor, you know what I mean? That back and forth in the dialogue. That's what I shoot for anyways, you know, so that you know the people and you get kind of the vibe for each one of them. I try to be really aware of distinct characters.
What has been your favorite read so far of 2020?
Oh my gosh.
I know. I had to ask the hardest question.
I know. Okay, hold on. I've got my bookshelf right behind me. Let me see. I just finished it. Okay. It was Susan Mallory's California Girls. Loved it. It was really just funny. I laughed a lot, but she's really good at having the little, you know, heartstrings too. I'm supposed to start reading, I think, is it My Dark Vanessa or Dark Vanessa?
Yeah.
So that's on my next one, but just the title, I'm like, don't be too dark. So we'll see.
So what, do you have a go-to comfort read when you need something to just like make you go like, yes?
I love Rosamund Pilcher, like Shell Seekers. I know it's super old. My favorite of hers is Coming Home. I will read that one, or I will read for historical. I love Teresa Medeiros' Heather and Velvet. I have one with the Fabio cover. I know. So those two are like, you know, just, you know, it's going to happen and you get the same kind of reaction each time. So yeah, those are definitely comfort reads.
So going back to Jace, I have to know, who is your favorite King family member?
Oh my gosh, you're asking me to pick a favorite child. Seriously?
I know.
Oh, there's so, I mean, because I love Cece. I love to hate Cece. I mean, let's be honest, the antagonist. But at the same time, I'm hoping as the series develops, she'll kind of understand. I mean, not necessarily forgive her, but I don't know. They're all very different. I mean, I think of the kids as my own, you know what I mean? So it's like I have a connection to all of them. I'm super excited to get to Travis's book because let's be honest, he's just so much fun. So he's coming up next. So I just finished Emmy's. I love it. So I can't answer that. I love them all. Can I do that? Can I say that?
That's fair. That's totally fair.
Okay, good. Shoo.
And last but not least, do you have any tips for aspiring writers?
Yes, I do. I would say the most important thing you can do is read. Definitely just read. And if you know, find a good critique partner or a writing group. I believe that that's also essential because you need to surround yourself with people who get what you're doing. Other people look at you like, really? These aren't real people. But you're like, no, they are, really. So find that group that you can work with, read copious amounts, and then find some really good books. I always go to Alexandra Sokoloff. Not pitching her, I'm not paid. I just love her books. She has a screenwriting guide it's perfect for like story structure. So I mean, and there's so many resources out there. Reach out even to one of your favorite authors. They might be willing to say, hey, this is where I started. As a whole, I think the writing community is pretty supportive. I like to think so. So, but yes, and don't give up. Don't give up. Persistence is key in this industry, definitely.
Well, on that note, I think don't give up is the perfect place to end. Thank you so much for joining us, Sasha. And if you are watching, don't forget that we are finishing Jace this week, and we'll be discussing the entire book on Friday. So make sure you get a copy and join us.
Thank you for having me, guys.